There's a funny narration, or author, if you will, story of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. And I want you to recognize this was in a time where religious knowledge, the baseline was actually quite high. Imam Ahmad, rahimahullah, he's with his friend Yahya ibn Ma'in, another muhaddith, another scholar of hadith. They enter into a masjid, they're passing through, and they hear a man giving a speech, and he's giving a lecture, and he's talking, and he's talking, and he's giving some great words, and people are listening attentively. And all of a sudden he says, and in this, there's a narration where the Prophet ﷺ said, I heard it from Ahmad ibn Hanbal. And the people are eating it up, and Ahmad looks at Yahya, he says, he said my name, right? He said, yeah, he did. Then he says another, I heard from Yahya ibn Ma'in that the Prophet ﷺ said such and such. And Yahya says, that's my name, but I didn't tell him this. Ahmad said, I didn't tell him this either. So they go to him and they say, what's the deal? Why are you narrating from us? This man says, do you two think you're the only Ahmad ibn Hanbal and Yahya ibn Ma'in in the world? They're the only ones we know, the ones of hadith. But guess what? People were listening to that man at a time where the baseline for Islamic education was high. They were still listening to this man. So what about today? When our baseline is so much lower, when we don't have that same level of critical thinking in our deen because we haven't allowed ourselves to reach that baseline. What happens when someone comes to you and says, the Prophet ﷺ said such and such, and you believe it and you share it? The Prophet ﷺ said that the people who lie knowingly, to be clear, who lie about things I've said, they can take their place in the hellfire. Now that's knowingly. But if you allow yourself to be somebody who's like a sheep just being led along by whoever has your collar, you're never going to be doing it knowingly, but you'll at worst be doing it unknowingly. And when the tools are available for you to know, that's worse.